Hello students, in last lecture we learned about Raoult's law. Then in this lecture we starts the Raoult's law for solutions of non-volatile solvent. Means Raoult's law for non-volatile solvent. According to Raoult's law, the Raoult's law is obeyed for only of volatile solvents. Volatile solvents. Because of volatile solvent having higher vapor pressure, because volatile means it get evaporate easily. Due to this property, when non-volatile solute or non-volatile solvents added to the solution, then the vapor pressure is decreases. But here, according to Raoult's law, for solutions of non-volatile solvents, only volatile solvents obey this law, means Raoult's law. That is P1. P1 is the vapor pressure of solution is equal to, it is the product of P1 naught is the vapor pressure of pure solvent. P1 naught is the vapor pressure of solvent. And X1 is the mole fraction of solvent. X1 is the mole fraction of solvent. By this statement, the graph vapor pressure of solvent against mole fraction of solvent means X1. On y-axis, there is vapor pressure of solvent means P1 naught, and X1 is the mole fraction of solvent means X1. When the vapor pressure, when addition of solvent to the solution, the vapor pressure is increases, means the volatile solvent added to the solution, then the vapor pressure of this solvent is increases, means mole fraction is of solvent is depend for the increasing the vapor pressure. Here x is equal to 0 means initially mole fraction is 0, then after addition of solvent, volatile solvent, x is equal to 1 means x is equal to 0 goes to x is equal to 1, then the curve or graph is passes from the origin with increasing the vapor pressure of the solvent. From this Raoult's law for solutions, that is for binary mixture, when two solutions or two volatile solvents are added to each, that is for binary solution x plus x2 is equal to 1. For x1 is equal to 1 minus x2. Put this value in equation of P1. P1 is equal to P1 naught, x1 means 1 minus x2. P1 is equal to, multiply by bracket, P1 naught minus P1 naught x2. This negative quantity shifted to this side, that is P1 x2 is equal to P1 naught minus P1. P1 naught minus P1 means delta P, means lowering of vapor pressure. Delta P. P1 x2 is equal to delta P. That is delta P means lowering of vapor pressure is equal to P1 x2. Means by Raoult's law we can clear here the delta P means lowering of vapor pressure is the colligative property. When the property depends on x2, x2 means mole fraction of solute, then this property is colligative properties. Here by Raoult's law we can explain or prove that the delta P is the colligative property, means lowering of vapor pressure is the colligative property due to it depends on the X2. X2 is the mole fraction of solute. 2 denoted for solute. X1 for solvent. X2 for solute. Means the delta P change in pressure due to the original vapor pressure of the solution multiplied by X2 means mole fraction of solute. That is, after addition of substance or solute means X2 to the solution, the vapor pressure it decreases. Means by this formula it is proved that the vapor pressure is the colligative property, lowering of colligative property. Again I repeat, according to Raoult's law obey for only volatile solvents. When volatile solvents are or volatile solutes added to the solution, the vapor pressure is increases, but the X2 means solute, non-volatile solute if added to the solution, the increases the vapor pressure, decreases the vapor pressure. Means the solute does not easily evaporate, therefore the vapor pressure of solution is decreases. Means lowering of vapor pressure, delta P is equal to P1 into X2. Then here next point is relative lowering of vapor pressure. Relative lowering of vapor pressure. Here relative lowering of vapor pressure means change in vapor pressure or lowering of vapor pressure is the delta P, means change in vapor pressure upon P. P is the upon P1 naught. P1 naught is the vapor pressure of pure solvent. This is the lowering of vapor pressure. Lowering of vapor pressure means delta P upon P1 naught. Delta P is the lowering of vapor pressure and relative lowering means the ratio of delta P upon P1 naught. P1 naught means the vapor pressure of pure solvent is equal to, in last formula we get the answer is delta P is equal to P1 naught X1. Delta P by Raoult's law, delta P is equal to P1 naught X1. Therefore we get the P1 naught shifted to this side divided by, then delta P upon P1 naught is equal to X1. Sorry, X2, mole fraction of solute. X2 means the addition of mole fraction of solute, 2 for solute, X means mole fraction. Mole fraction of solute is depend for the lowering of vapor pressure. Then is equal to delta P. Delta P means the difference between pressures, means change in pressure. That is P1 naught then P. Because the pure solvent 1 means their pressure, vapor pressure P1 naught is greater than the P. Therefore, than the P1. Therefore, the delta P is the P1 naught minus P upon P1 naught. By their simplification, we get this is the relative lowering of vapor pressure. This is the formula for relative lowering of vapor pressure. By this formula, it is clear that the relative lowering of vapor pressure is the mole fraction of solute. Is the X2 is the mole fraction of solute. Means when this is pure solvent, by addition of solute means mole fraction of solute to the solvent, the vapor pressure of this pure solvent is decreases. decreases. Due to pure solvent get easily evaporated, their vapor pressure is higher. When addition of solute means mole fraction of solute to the solvent, then their volatility is decreases because this is non-volatile solute. Non-volatile solute added to this solvent, pure solvent, then the volatility is decreases, and therefore that's why the melting point or boiling point of this liquid is increases. Boiling point increases means does not get easily evaporated, and the liquids having higher vapor pressure, the liquids which has low boiling point, that is easily boiled or at low temperature it get easily evaporated, means here non-volatile solute addition to the pure solvent, then the volatility is decreases, therefore vapor pressure is decreases, means relative lowering of vapor pressure is depend on the x2 means mole fraction of solute. This formula is important for to solve the numericals on the basis of relative lowering of vapor pressure. Then this formula is used in next topic, that is the relation between lowering of vapor pressure and their molar mass of solute. Next point is lowering of vapor pressure and molar mass of solute. For this explanation, this formula is important, that is molar mass of solute from vapor pressure lowering or relative or lowering of vapor pressure and molar mass of solute. This topic is useful for we get the formula about molar mass and lowering of delta P means delta P, and molar mass of solute means M2. Again here I repeat, for solute denoted by 2 and for solvent denoted by 1, that is M1. M1 is the molar mass of solvent, M2 is the molar mass of solute. The formula, derive the formula for delta P and M2. On this topic, the numerical asked in the board exam for 3 marks, that is find out the molar mass of solute means M2. The given quantity is delta P means P1 naught minus P, or X2 means mole fraction of solute. In this topic, lowering of vapor pressure and molar mass of solute, here the relative lowering of vapor pressure means delta P upon P1 naught. Already this formula we discussed in last topic is equal to X2. Relative lowering of vapor pressure delta P upon P1 naught is equal to X2. X2 is the mole fraction of solute, means relative lowering vapor pressure depend on the nature of solute. Due to this, delta P is the colligative property. By this formula, X2 means mole fraction of solute. X2 is the mole fraction of solute. Therefore, X2 is equal to mole fraction of solute means moles of solute means N2 upon moles of solution means N1 plus N2. If the X1 is the mole fraction of solvent, then moles of solvent upon moles of solution. Complete solution means N1 plus N2. That is, here we use this formula X2. X2 is the mole fraction of solute. Mole fraction of solute is equal to moles of solute upon moles of solution. Moles of solution contains moles of solvent and moles of solute, means addition of these two moles N1 plus N2. Here N2 upon N1 plus N2, but N2 is the very less quantity, very negligible because of N1 is higher than the N2, therefore N2 is negligible only in this side. Therefore we get x2 is equal to N2 upon N1. N2 upon N1. N2 is the moles of solute, means N2 is equal to W1 means mass upon molar mass. Moles can be calculated by the formula mass upon molar mass. Here N2 moles of solute, therefore mass of solute W2 upon M2. W for mass, weight, and M for molar mass. The formula for moles of solute means mass of solute upon molar mass of solute. If N1 is the moles of solvent, therefore the formula we get W1 upon M1 means moles of solvent is equal to mass of solvent upon molar mass of solvent. Put this value in equation x2. Therefore x2 is equal to N2 means W2 upon M2, N1 W1 upon M1. Then by rearranging the equation, x2 is equal to W2 upon M2, this quantity shift multiply get reverse, that is into M1 upon W1, that is for x2 is equal to W2 M1 upon M2 W1. For derive the formula of M2 molar mass of solute, we get the formula M2 is equal to W2 M1 upon x2 goes to this side, that is x2 W1. This is the relationship between lowering of, and here x2 means delta P upon P1 naught. x2 means delta P upon P1 naught. Delta P upon P1 naught means here delta P1 naught upon delta P1 upon P1 naught. This is the formula for molar mass and lowering of vapor pressure. On this formula, we ask here in board exam, HSC board exam, ask the numerical for calculating the molar mass of solute or mole fraction of solute or weight for 3 marks. Then on this topic we are going to solve the numericals on the formula of molar mass of solute. This formula is very easy to learn, that is M2 is equal to W2 upon W1 M1 upon X2, means here M2, that is W2 M1 upon X2 W1 or W2 M1 M2 W1. Numerical on this topic. A solution is prepared by dissolving solution. Numericals on the basis of lowering of vapor pressure and molecular mass of solute. That is, a solution is prepared by dissolving. Solution is always prepared from solvent and solute. The solution is prepared by dissolving 394 gram of non-volatile solute. Gram of non-volatile solute. Non-volatile solute then the solution is found to be 30.74 mmHg of vapor pressure. Also, the solute 394 gram dissolved in the water. Water contains 622 gram of water having vapor pressure 30.74 mmHg. Then at 30 degree Celsius temperature, if the vapor pressure of water at 30 degree, if the vapor pressure of water at 30 degree Celsius is 31.8 mmHg, then what is the molar mass of solute? What is the molar mass of solute? This is given data to calculate the molar mass of solute. Here 394 gram of non-volatile solute is added. 394 gram of solute means weight, nothing molar mass. This is mass, only mass means weight. Means weight is denoted by W, and solute, for solute means 2, that is W2 is equal to 394 gram. Then 30.71 mm of Hg. 30.71 mm of Hg is the vapor pressure of solution, means whole solution, that is P1. Vapor pressure of solution denoted by P1. P1 is equal to 30.74 mmHg. Then 622 gram of water. Water means solvent and gram means weight, nothing molar mass. Molar mass denoted the unit gram per mole, and only gram for weight or means W. Here solvent and gram means weight means W, and solvent denoted by water is the solvent, therefore denoted by 1, W1. Vapor pressure of water. Water is the pure solvent, means vapor pressure, that is P1 naught. P1 naught for vapor pressure of water. And molar mass of solute. Molar mass means M, and for solute means 2. Every solute denoted by 2 and solvent denoted by 1. Solute means 2. That is, here we calculate the value for M2 from this given data. Initially, write the formula for M2. Delta P upon P1 naught is equal to X2, having last formula here M2 upon the formula is W2M1 upon M2W1. Delta P means change in vapor pressure, that is P1 naught minus P. Delta P means P1 naught minus P upon P1 naught is equal to W2 into M1 upon W2, M2 upon M2 into W1. By adding these quantities in this formula, we get the answer of molar mass of solute. Means P1 naught means 31.8 upon minus P1. P1 means 30.74 upon P1 naught 31.8 is equal to W2. W2 means 3394 into M1. M1 M1 is the weight of solvent. 1 for solvent. Here M1 is the weight of solvent, that is water. Solvent is the water. Molar mass of water, that is 18. H2O. Water means hydrogen having 2 hydrogen contains 2 gram per mole and plus 16 means 18. That is, here M1 is the solvent molar mass and solvent is water, means molar mass of water is 18 gram per mole, means M1 is equal to 18 gram per mole, is equal to W2 means 394 into 18 upon M2 as it is. W1 means 622. Solve this value for M2. Answer of this quantity 31.8 minus 30.71 upon 31.8 is 0.33 is equal to 394 into 18 divided by 622. We get the answer 11.4 and upon M2. Therefore M2 is equal to 11.4 upon 333. We get the answer by solving this 342 gram per mole. M2 molar mass having unit gram per mole. By adding the all units and get cancelling, last unit we get gram per mole. Gram per mole is the unit of molar mass of M2. Here important thing is find out the meaning of M1 W1 M2 W2, means which is the mass of solute, mass of solvent, or molar mass of solute, molar mass of solvent. This type of numerical is very easy. Directly giving formula, we put the values of these mass, molar masses, and simply calculate, we get the answer of molar mass of solute. Then next point is boiling point elevation. The first qualitative property is lowering of vapor pressure, means first qualitative property for vapor pressure, and by the Raoult's law we get vapor pressure is the qualitative property. It is clear that vapor pressure is qualitative properties. Then next qualitative property is boiling point. Qualitative properties of solutions. We know that solutions having vapor pressure, boiling point, freezing point, and osmotic pressure. These are 4 qualitative properties from which we already seen that first qualitative property is vapor pressure. Then second qualitative property is elevation in boiling point, means boiling point is the qualitative property. The elevation means increase in. Elevation in boiling point. Same like vapor pressure, when pure solvent in beaker contains pure solvent. Pure solvent means volatile. Volatile, pure solvent. Volatile means get easily evaporated at the room temperature or giving the temperature. It's called as volatile. The pure solvent is volatile in nature. Solution get by addition of solute to the solvent. When solute is added to the solvent, we get solution. And the property of solution, boiling point, is change after addition of solute. The nature of solute is non-volatile. Non-volatile. If non-volatile solute is added to the volatile solvent, pure solvent, the boiling point changes. That is increases. Means elevation. Elevation in boiling point. Here the pure solvent having high vapor pressure and boiling point both are opposite. That is, lowering of vapor pressure means decreasing the vapor pressure, and elevation of boiling point means increasing the boiling point. Means in first type, when addition of solute, the vapor pressure of solution, pure solution, is decreases, and here after addition of non-volatile solute, the boiling point is increases. Means boiling point and vapor pressure are opposite quantities, opposite properties. Here pure solvent get easily evaporated, means boiling point is less, means at low temperature it get evaporated. When boiling point means the temperature at which pressure of the liquid and atmosphere are equal. This temperature is called as boiling point. And here the pure solvent get easily evaporated due to it is volatile in nature, means having low temperature it get vaporized, means it get equilibrium forms between the atmospheric gases and liquid. Therefore the pure solvent get easily boiled. But when addition of non-volatile solute, after addition of non-volatile solute, the volatility of pure solvent is decreases. Volatility decreases means it not get easily evaporated. Means at low temperature it not get evaporated. That is, not equilibrium is established between the liquid and atmospheric gases. That is, at low temperature the pure solvent does not boils. Therefore, by this expression it is clear that when addition of non-volatile solute to the pure solvent or pure volatile solvent, the volatility of pure solvent decreases, and volatility decreases, that is, at high temperature the liquid get evaporated, and high temperature means the boiling point of this liquid is high, from which it is clear that the vapor pressure and boiling point are opposite quantities. Means vapor pressure after addition is decreases, and after addition of solute boiling point is increases. That is, here elevation in boiling point means delta TB. Lowering of vapor pressure means delta P, means after addition of solute lower the vapor pressure. Delta P is the P1 naught, means the initial vapor pressure is higher, therefore the less quantity is minus from the highest, means P1 naught higher than the P1. P1 is the vapor pressure of solution, P1 naught is the vapor pressure of pure solvent, means pure P1 naught, and after addition of solute we get solution, their vapor pressure is P1, means less, that is P1 naught upon minus P1. Here delta TB means the pure solvent having boiling point is decrease, means at low temperature it get boils. Therefore T1 naught for the, or only T naught for boiling point of pure solvent, and T1 for boiling point of the solution from which T1 naught is greater. Here P1 naught is greater than P. Therefore P1 naught minus P. Here after addition of solute, the boiling point is increases, that is T1, the boiling point of solution is higher than the boiling point of the pure solvent. Means T naught is less than the T1. From this given data, T uh, T naught B denoted by T naught B and TB means boiling point of solution. T naught B means boiling point of pure solvent. From this data, delta TB means changing boiling point is equal to greater quantity delta TB minus TB naught. This is the elevation in boiling point, means increase in boiling point. Elevation means increasing after addition of solute. Then boiling point elevation as consequences of vapor pressure lowering. By the graph, it is clear that the boiling point is elevation, means increasing after addition of solute to the solvent, means boiling point elevation as consequences of vapor pressure lowering, as consequences of vapor pressure lowering, means when boiling point elevation, then vapor pressure is lowering, means boiling point and vapor pressure are opposite quantities. These are explained by the graphical representation, that is on y-axis there is vapor pressure and x-axis there is temperature, means boiling point. First I draw the graph for solvent. Pure solvent having vapor pressure greater, P1 naught is greater than P and TB is greater than T1 TB naught. Pure solvent P1 naught vapor pressure is greater, and here TB naught means boiling point of liquid, pure liquid is less. From this data, the vapor pressure pure solvent is greater than the solution, means curve A B. Again this curve for solvent, the A B curve for solvent, the pure solvent having vapor pressure A B, and solution and this for solvent. The pure vapor pressure of pure solvent is highest, therefore curve at upper level, and solution C D, this curve for solution. It is clear from this graph the curve of solvent is higher level and the curve for solution CD at the lower level, from which it is clear that the vapor pressure of solution is greater than the vapor pressure of solvent is greater than solution. Again temperature, here the temperature, the curve for the solution is at the lower side, means at the right hand side. Here we discuss these both points having vapor pressure same A and C, but the temperature, this temperature for solvent A B, A point for the solvent, that is the temperature is solvent T B naught, and C the end of the solution, means solution having boiling point is TB. Here the TB is greater than TB naught, means boiling point of solution is highest 1 2 3 4 5 means higher than the TB naught means solvent. By this graph it is clear that the vapor pressure of solvent is highest than solution and boiling point for solution is highest than the solvent. Node value for solvent P1 node and T1 TB naught means from this graph simple it is that boiling point and vapor pressure are opposite. Boiling point is inversely proportional to the boiling point. Vapor pressure is inversely proportional to the boiling point. Then next topic is in last point delta P means lowering of vapor pressure is equal to P1 naught into X2 means delta P lowering of vapor pressure is the colligative property. From this formula it is clear from this formula that is delta P if depend on the X2 means mole fraction of solute, then this property is colligative property. Same way the boiling point elevation also colligative properties, because in colligative property of boiling point the addition of X2 that is the addition of solute to the solvent boiling point is increases, means the boiling point elevation is depends on the same X2 means molar mass of solute and moles of solute means X2 means mole fraction of solute, that is the boiling point elevation is also colligative property. Then boiling point elevation and concentration of solute. Like the formula, we get the formula M2 in lowering of vapor pressure. Same way here in boiling point elevation we find out the formula for M2 means relationship between elevation in boiling point and molar mass of solute. Here delta TB is equal to delta TB is depend on the moles of solute. Delta TB is directly proportional to the M. M means moles of solute or molality. By remove the directly proportional sign we add the constant that is delta TB is equal to KB, proportionality constant for boiling point KB into M. Therefore M is the molality. Delta TB is equal to KB. The formula for M is KB W2 upon molarity means W2 upon M1 and into M2, that is W2 into M2 W2 upon M2 for solute. Molarity means moles of solute per 1000 gram of solvent, that is M2 W2 upon M2 upon M1 into 1000 gram means 1 kg means mass of solvent in kg. W2 upon M2 means moles, that is molality molality is equal to moles of solute upon moles of solvent in kg. Moles of solute upon moles of solvent in kg. That is, moles of solute means moles can be calculated by the formula mass upon molar mass of solute, means W2 upon M2, and moles of solvent in kg. Sorry, mass of solvent in kg. Mass of solvent in kg. Mass of solvent means weight, means Wm. Molar mass M1 into 1000. Mass of solvent, mass means weight, means W. Sorry, W1 into 1000. Molarity can be find out by the formula moles of solute. Moles of solute, moles means mass upon molar mass. Mass upon molar mass of solute means W2 upon M2 upon mass of solvent in kg. Mass of solvent, solvent for 1, and mass means W. Mass denoted by W, molar mass denoted by M. Here the formula of molality W2 upon M2 upon W1 into 1000. This is the formula of molality. Put this value of molality in equation, then delta TB is equal to KB into W2 upon M2 W1 into 1000. 1000 here write this way in kg. W1 into 1000 in kg. That is equal to KB W2 upon this quantity shift to this side, that is 1 upon M2 W1. W2 upon M2 into 1 upon W1. Like this, KB into W2 upon M2 into W1. This is the formula of delta TB, means change in boiling point, that is elevation in boiling point. Here we write the formula for M2, molar mass of solute, means after addition of solute the boiling point is increases, means W M2 is equal to KB W2 upon delta TB into W1. This is the formula for relationship between elevation in boiling point and molar mass of solute. Here the kg in kg, solvent in kg, also write here like this way, into 1000 into 1000, means M2 is equal to KB into W2 into 1000 upon delta TB into W1. On this topic, here we are going to solve the numericals of molar mass KB, means proportionality constant for freezing point, for boiling point. Numericals. First, the normal boiling point, the numerical on the basis of boiling point, elevation of boiling point, the formula for M2. Numericals. First, the normal boiling point of ethyl acetate is boiling point of ethyl acetate is 77.06 degree Celsius. Solution of 50 gram of non-volatile solute. 50 gram non-volatile solute. Then one solution in 150 gram of ethyl acetate. 150 gram of ethyl acetate. Ethyl acetate is the solvent. Here non-volatile solute. Then at boiling point is 84.227 degree Celsius. Then elevation, calculate the or evaluate the molar mass of solute. Molar mass of solute means M2 and Kb if Kb is equal to 2.77 degrees Celsius. Kg per mole. This is the data, that is boiling point of ethyl acetate. Boiling point of ethyl acetate is 77.06 degrees Celsius. Ethyl acetate is the solvent and boiling point of solvent is boiling point denoted by delta TB naught. 50 gram of non-volatile solute means weight of solute. Weight means W. Solute means 2. Again 150 gram of ethyl acetate. Ethyl acetate is a solvent. Then solvent weight means W. For solvent is 1. Again the solution having temperature 84.27 degrees Celsius means TB means boiling point of solution, TB. M2 question mark Kb is equal to, means all values are given. Very simple and easy problem to solve it easily by the formula of M2. All quantities are given, only M2 can be calculated by the formula. In last topic already we derived the formula for M2. M2 is equal to 1000 or W2 into 1000 upon W1 delta TB K here KB W2 into 1000 upon delta TB W1 into W1. M2 is equal to KB into W2 into 1000 upon delta TB into W1. All values are given. Put these values. M2 is equal to KB. KB is given, that is 2.77. W2 50 gram into 1000 upon delta TB. Delta TB means TB is greater, TB minus TB naught. TB means 84.2 and 27 minus TB 77.06. This is delta TB into W1. W1 is the 150 gram. M2 is equal to To solve this all in simple logarithm, that is log of 2.77 multiply means plus log of 50 plus log of 1000 upon means minus log of, this bracket is solved easily to minus into means plus log of 150. Answer of these all by simplification is 128 gram per mole. By adding the all unit and cancelling, last to get remains gram per mole. And m2 means molar mass having unit gram per mole. Always fixed unit is gram per mole, and W having unit gram, only gram.